Hi, I'm Jim Bob Howard, and I'm 1/3 of the Periscope crawl, and we do that every Thursday. Actually, this week we're doing it on Wednesday, but I wanted to show you something real quick and see if anybody had any questions about how to do this. If you saw at the very beginning of this, I was looking at a screen that was a part of Canva. And it's a splash screen, so that whenever you go and look at this replay, that's what you'll see. And so I wanted to show you how I did that and see if anybody had any questions about it. So a couple of things that I've used Canva for is for IFT recipes, which is IFTTT, which is stands for if this then that. I've created a couple of those. The one that says, "Hey, I'm live on Periscope," that shows up on my hey, thanks for sharing with your followers to Core Pixie. But it shows up on Facebook and shows, hey sweetie, that I'm live. And so I've created an image for that on Canva, and I just created this one here, which this one started off with, and I'll flip around. Which says Lunchtime Learning, which is what we're doing here. The great thing about this is that this is how I started my broadcast, and so now in the replay, this is what people are going to see. Instead of my feet or the desk or my keyboard or that type of thing. So that was the impetus for doing that, and I'll back this up a little bit so you can see it's really a little more than just that little part. It's actually a phone. So I created that. I also created another version, which is right down here. And this is without the phone. I kind of like this one too. And my thought is I'm creating a website. And so my goal is to put the URL on this too. So I'll probably put the URL right in here somewhere once I have that website up. Or I may put in Periscope crawl in there as well. And that way as anybody's looking at it, that splash screen is there. And so I wanted to show you just how I created this. It's really not too difficult. I'm going to create a new page down here and then scroll up and show you how I did this. If you're not familiar with Canva, and let me just back up a little bit so you can see what the URL is. It's Canva. This is a really cool tool. It's free to use, completely free to use, and you can create with a number of images that are on here. And I'll show you a little bit. So these are images that they have, and you can have different layouts. Let me just even back up a little bit further. This will be saved for me that I already have. So I'm going to go to the home page. I just clicked on the Canva that was up there at the top. And you can see here this shows images that I've already created, or I can create a new design. It has them set up for social media, for presentations, for a poster. You can do a Facebook cover, a Facebook post, Instagram post, or you can click on more and it gives you even more options. So it's got stuff grouped by social media. It's got stuff, different types of documents if you're doing a letter or you're doing a presentation. It has marketing materials, social media, and email headers to go in different types of email or social media. There's an Etsy banner that you can create. If you're doing blogging or you are creating ebooks, you've got covers for those and blogging graphics, different events that you want to do. I mean, and basically all it's really showing you in these, there are some examples that you can use, but it's really showing you that there are, it's the sizes, right? And so everything's sized the way you want it to. So what I was doing was I was creating that image at the very beginning. And I just used the Pinterest graphic. So when you click on that, it comes up and it shows you, hey Wick, good to see you in here. It gives you a blank page with the dimensions that you need to be able to do all sorts of things. And it has a number of things over here already. So since it's Pinterest, they're kind of creating some things that give you the ability to work with the world is your oyster, live out loud. Something about the 4th of July, and you'll notice a difference. So notice that this 4th of July one actually says free on it. That means all of the elements that are on there are free. These other guys have a little $sign on them, and what it means there is that there are elements on there that you have to pay for. So the good news is that the only thing that you have to pay for, and you only have to pay for it one time, and then you get as much use as you want of that specific thing. For each image that you want, it's $1. So That's it. And the images are really great. So let's look at this live out loud. I don't know anything about this image, but you can see what it looks like. So whenever there's an image in the background or an image anywhere on it, it'll have this little diagonal going across it. That means that that's a paid image. Everything else on here is editable, so you can change the text. You can change the text that's inside here with a different font. You can check this one and change the font. It's got drop downs to let you choose a number of really cool fonts that you can work with. You can change the size of it here. You can rotate it if you want to with this little handle. You can change the color of the text. It's got some standard built-in guys, or you can click on the plus and create pretty much anything that you want to by dragging this around, getting the color that you want. You can change the lightness and the darkness of it. Or if you know the hex value, you can put that directly in here too. So you can pick any color that you want. And then, but then this image in the background, this guy, you can see that that it's using it's using the image that's there. You can crop it, filter it, do all sorts of stuff that you want to with it. And then when you go to download this, that's when it'll charge you $1. Hey Josh, hey, thanks for coming in. And so that's the way this program works. It's very simple. It's very straightforward. Those are the backgrounds that you can do. You can also add text, and it has a number of preformed text options that are in here, and so you can choose those, change the colors, do all sorts of stuff, or you can just come up here and add big text, subtitle text, or a little bit of body text, and you can add all of those within it as well. For backgrounds, you can just choose a color, or you can choose one of these backgrounds that's free. If you scroll down a little bit more, these guys are each $1 for using them. Or you can upload your own stuff, and you can see that I've been doing some stuff. I actually built a few images for some folks on Periscope already. This is our image that we use for our Periscope crawl. And this is the Periscope ad. Here's my sweet bride, Decor Pixie. And then some other things that I was creating. So all of these are items that I've uploaded. You can come and upload your own images, and so when you click on that, it just takes you over to things that you have on your computer that you can upload. You can also connect with Facebook and take images directly from Facebook. So anyway, that's the way the images work. There are also, if you want, if you click up here in the box, you have the ability to search the images that are on Canva. So if I was looking for, let's see, earlier I was trying to do this lunchtime thing, so I was looking for pictures of lunch. So you type in lunch, and you can quickly see the ones that are free because they have it right there next to it. Everything else there's a cost involved with it. And so you can scroll down through these, and you get down to the bottom, and it acts like Pinterest, and it just keeps going further and further. So you can pick any type of thing that you want, and it drops it directly onto your image, right? So that's kind of fun. One of the coolest things, though, that I like about the way Canva works is instead of these images, if I come here to search and it takes me up back to the top, it's this thing called frames. Frames are pretty cool because it gives you these different sizes and shapes and borders of frames that you can then drop a picture into. So for on mine, on the one that we started with, I'm going to come over here and I'm just going to create it from this guy. I'm going to delete the elements that are here and use a new one. Actually, I'll just add a new page so it'll be blank to start with. That'll be faster. So here's a blank page. Now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to get this little circle, and I'm going to drop it on the page, which I just did. I'm going to move it around and make it the size that I want to. See what it says there? Drag a photo in here or upload your own. So I'm going to go back over to my uploads. So I just clicked on uploads, and I'm going to scroll down and grab my headshot, and I'm going to drop it into the box. And notice that it fits within that circle, and that's it. If I want to crop it, I click on that, and then I can actually expand it within that space a little bit so that I'm actually pulling it down inside that circle. And boom. So now it looks a lot like Periscope. So that's what I was doing with it. So I took this image, I think it was this one. This one may be a little too small. I think I used this other guy over here. This is a fairly big picture. So if I click on this, it's got pretty high res. So if I want to drag it and make it a lot bigger, what I did on that other piece was I made it so big that I was able to put my picture right here in the circle. So that's one way that you can work with that. So I put the frame in that circle once I got it to a gigantic size, and maybe it wasn't this one, but you kind of get the point of what I'm talking about there. So if I want to take this and I want to fit it inside that circle, I just drop it down and I put it down over here, and voila! Now it looks like Pinterest is all about me. So anyway, that's what I was doing with this. I'll go back to my design. Thanks, Wick. I appreciate that. Yeah, so I let that finish saving. I'm going to go back over to my designs, and I'll show you the one that I finished, which is what I started with. And it saves all of this stuff for you. So you see that I've got stuff that I've created for Periscope Crawl. I created one for Alex Pettit to use when he goes live. This is one that I created for Decor Pixie. It's all about me. Yeah. This is a background that I created on for YouTube to put Perry Pop. To put Amy's scopes on. So the other day, hey Bethany. So the other day she was doing she did a scope on Pass the Craft with Tatiana, and when she was done with it, then we copied it over, recorded the video, and then we put it over here on the right side, and so that when she put it on YouTube, it was actually landscape. So I kind of like the way that turned out. But again, you can see the elements are pretty simple. All I did was drop the Periscope logo on there, put some text on it, put one of those frames, and drop her Twitter image in there as well. Yeah, Perry Blue definitely does match you, although I like Scope Blue better than Perry Blue. I like the name of that. So here's the one that I created. And you can see it has a bunch of different elements to it that then get changed kind of as this goes along. But once you're done with this, it's very simple to download and to save it. I used all free elements in here because I uploaded the images and I used text, and the phone was a free image for the background. You just come up here and click on download, and you can either save it as an image or as a high quality PDF. So I'm going to save these as images, and it goes and it downloads it, and it puts it, because I have 2 images there, it's actually going to put it in a zip file. And then put it, just download it to my download folder, and then I can use those. So you like this one better than the one with the white background, easier to see on your phone. Cool, yeah, and that was part of the reason why. And I'd love to hear what you guys think about this. Which do you like better? This is page 1. This is page 2. Which do you guys like better? Just put it in the comments, 1 or 2. So 1, okay, yeah, I like that one too. Would you like this one though if it were that turquoise background? I'll scroll again. So Black Angel, what's your name? Linda. Okay, so you like number 2 as well. Okay. And Amy, you said maybe you'd like this if it had that Periscope blue in the background instead. Yeah, and I agree. I think the white's a little bit bright. I like it better though with than 1, but make the white circle thinner. Yeah, and you can do that, Wick. Actually, let me just show you how I do that real quick. So over here in the search, click on search, go to frames, and there is one that has a thinner circle. In fact, I think there's one that has none. So I can just use this guy. Drop that on the page. So I'm just going to delete that one and put this one in here. At Wick's suggestion, because he is an artist extraordinaire. You are. You did incredible artwork. So if you don't know, the other day, the Crafty Cutie had launched an art scope battle with, I keep clicking on that, I don't want to upload that yet, with Wick and with her husband AC Josh, and I actually won Wick's art, which was really cool. I was pretty excited about that. Okay, so Wick, tell me what you think about this. So if I leave it right there, and then drop my photo in, do you think that works? Let's give it a look. Yep. And then I'll crop it to kind of zoom it in a little bit. Go, scroll out. I think I have too many windows open, so it's kind of taking it a little bit. Get that into the shot. And there. Better? It seems like it might be a little too big. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe I need to at least give it a little bit of white border. What do you think? Like, maybe do something like that. And you'll notice too, as you move this a little, yeah. You'll notice as you move this around, depending on what else is on the screen, it will show you when you're centered. The background image that I have on this, see it has the vertical line there to show me that it's actually centered. The background image that I'm using is a little off center though, because there's more to it, and I cropped it down to just this little logo. So there. But it does give you guides to show you when you're centered with other text and when you're aligned with other text. So there. Yeah, cool. Thanks for your help on that. I appreciate it. So that's what it looks like all done. I'm gonna download that one and save a copy of it so that I have it. So cool. Well, thanks for your help on that, guys. If you have any other questions about Canva, I'd love to answer them. Or if you want to see me build something or ask what type of dimensions that they have, I'd love to do more of these. These are guys that I use. This one is what I was using for a splash screen just now. Thank you, sir. I was using this for a splash screen as I was starting my scope, so that it'll show up in the whenever you look at the replay. This is what people will see, and they'll want to go look at it hopefully because they see that it's about lunchtime learning and it's not just a shot of my desk or anything. And so it does some branding, which I like. So the other aspect of that is that some of the images that you saw on the other screen I use with IFTTT, if this then that recipes to post to Facebook. So the images that I've created, I also have IFTTT recipes that allow that post those pictures to Facebook, so that it'll have a picture of me that says, "Hey, I'm live" on Facebook, instead of that ugly white box that doesn't have anything in it when you go live and you try to post it over, because Facebook is trying to look for an image at the link that you go to. Well, the link that it goes to for Periscope doesn't have anything yet because it hasn't taken that screen yet. So sometimes it'll just show up blank. Sometimes it doesn't though. I've seen sometimes it wouldn't, and that's when this splash screen would be really helpful. But if anybody would like to see those recipes, I'd love to share it with you. Appreciate you dropping in and helping me get this picture looking better, and hopefully I can get my hair looking better later. So anyway, talk to you later. Thank you very much. Have a great day.